Hello, Bonneville Online faculty. One part of our master course setup, we have decided to add a student contact information form. Oftentimes, the contact information we get from students at registration changes or is incorrect or is incomplete. And so this is a way that during their activity in our course, we can get more quality, accurate contact information about the student. So, in the master class setup folder, you'll see a form that says master student contact information. What you'll want to do is, very first thing is you need to make a copy of this that is your own. We don't want you to make any edits to this master because we want this master to be available to everybody. So if you right click this, you want to make a copy, and you'll see that in just a second it created a copy that is down here. It says copy of master. And then what I want you to do is open your copy and put your name on it. So instead of copy of master, it says Mrs. Smith's or Mr. Smith's student contact information. Okay. So now that it has your information on it, you need to move it up here. So after you right click it again, you can move it to, and then this is where it gets a little like a labyrinth, but you'll use these back and forth buttons to move it through the drive to your folder on the drive. If you don't already have a folder on the drive, I guess now's the time to create one. Okay, so I'm just going to put Mrs. Smith's in English. And there you go. So once you have, so if you see now, Mrs. Smith's is in English. Once you have your form in the right place and you know you're not editing the master, we don't want to edit the master, you're going to open up the form and now you can edit it. So now where it says master on the title, we're also going to change this to Mrs. Smith's. All right, so then most of the questions you're not going to need to edit. We want the student's last name. We want the student's first name. Which course they're enrolled in. Change these to the names of your courses. If you teach less than 4, more than 4, you can delete. If you change fewer, if you change more, add an option. But put those, your course names in here so the student can select which of your courses they are taking. Next question is, which is your home school? Bonneville, online full-time student, or if they're dual enrolled student at one of the other 3 high schools. Who's your guidance counselor? Thank you to the wonderful Annie Reichelt for hunting down all the counselor information, because that is an amazing resource for us to have. The best way for us to contact them, most often used email address, parent contact email, phone number we can reach them at, and parent phone number. Once you have edited all those questions to fit your specific subject area, you want to click responses. Right here you'll see these 3 little dots. We're going to click that and we're going to select a response destination, and that's where, once the students have filled out our form, where do their answers go? And what we want to do is create a new spreadsheet, and our spreadsheet is going to be called Mrs. Smith Student Contact, or whatever you've named yours, and we'll create it. Okay, so just said down here the spreadsheet is linked, and if I go back to my folder, I now have a spreadsheet that is also called Mrs. Smith's Student Contact Information Responses. And if I open that, I have a spreadsheet. It says a timestamp, so it tells me when they completed the form, and it has all of my questions up here, and then it'll have all their answers below. And so once students start filling out the form, I will get their answers to all of the questions from the form. So this is a great resource for us to have as our students come into our class. It's also going to give us a great resource as to when students enter our class, since new students are always coming in. If you have any more questions about the forms, please let us know. We're happy to help you. And thank you to Annie Reichelt and Natalie Burr for kind of figuring this out for us. They're amazing.